Hello there and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the box below or jumped onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com and followed the calculations there, and you have determined you are a power year number 8, then you are at the right place. Hello, 8s. 8, if you are in the year of 8, it means March of 2020 is your month of 2. So this sounds like a good combination. I have had some dilly combinations this month, and this sounds like a good combination for your 8s. Now, just to review for you, your power year number 8 is is a year where you can really be rewarded for good behavior, for doing good things for others, for always being honest. Just doing your best to be conscientious and do things in the right way. This is the most karmic year. It's payback year. And you can be really rewarded with financial bliss or an idea that suddenly pops into your head that suddenly seems doable. It's also a year about not being a victim anymore and taking your power back. And you know how you do that, 8s? By not blaming. That's it. That's all you have to do to get your power back. Just look at your responsibility of a situation and say, well, I guess I got to change that next time. There are always going to be, but they're going to be in there because you can't control what other people do. If somebody has burnt your house down, you can't not feel badly about that. But what you'll do is you'll say, well, I guess it's part of my lesson in life. I've got to let it go or forgive it the best that I can, that it happened. And now what do I do? What do I do to make the best future for myself possible? That is about a power year number 8. Now, your month of 2 is about working with others, and it's a very sensitive month. This particular month for you is a very sensitive month, and things can happen that are really, really good or really, really challenging. It's a little bit different of a tweak for you in this month of 2. So let's pull our cards, and what we're going to do is we're going to address your numbers and address them when we look at the meanings of the cards, because everything has to be tweaked for you, 8s, okay? So we're going to take a look first for 8s who have a job. Then we're going to look for 8s who are looking for a job. Then we're going to be looking at relationship. Then we're going to be asking any question that you want. But the first segment is about work, so let's take a look. Okay, for our 8s who are out there working, what do we have? 8s. Now, of course, this is a general reading, but I always feel that the people who need to hear it are the people who are going to receive it, and the universe will give me the information that's the most important to be heard if you are a power year number 8, because you see, your guides and your peeps on the other side, they all know who's going to be listening, because the future has already happened on the other side. Okay, moving forward, you are an 8 and you have a job and you are working, and I feel like what I have here is you feeling a little left out in this month of March. It's one of two things. You're either feeling a little left out, or you're feeling that you're being pulled in too many directions. I don't usually like to do this, but I am getting 2 messages for the same card. So I have to address this because there's 2 people out there, at least, who need to hear this. So one of you is being pulled in too many directions, and where I have you coming from is that I feel like this has been going on for a long time, that you've been dazed and confused at the workplace. You might even be feeling a little bit of a victim mentality of, what am I going to do? I don't know what to do because, this is happening here and this is happening there. And yet I have you really landing on your feet, eights. I have you landing on your feet. And if I can make a suggestion to you to work more independently, that's the only kind of stream of thought that I can throw out there for you to try to keep this as general as I can, but workable and usable for you, is that it doesn't seem to be, it's a month of teamwork. Ironically, it's a month of teamwork, and yet I have that the team is killing you. You really do have a challenge this month trying to get through it, working with others. But coming into fruition is you're going to be able to figure out how to do it, or break away from, or maybe the answer is that you say, I can't do this anymore, and you come up with a plan in a non-victim frame of mind of, how can I fix this? How can I fix this? This department is killing me. These people around me are killing me. It's like when your children or you yourself have to do a group project in school or college, and the other people in the group could care less, and you're the A student and you want to keep up your GPA, but you can't get anybody to meet. That's what I feel like is going on here for you, H. So we want to keep you out of victim mode, and we want you to figure out the very best way. How can I get people on board with me until this segment is over, or I can get myself out of here where I work more independently? And that's one way to look at this. So that was in the other. I have to try to remember what the other one was now, because there were two thoughts that came in with this card. And one was that you're being torn to bits and having a hard time working with the group. And the other one is, I feel like, delegating, because this card can also mean that, oh man, you got to start delegating to free yourself up, because there's just too much going on. Same thing, you're coming from a place of, how did I get here? How did this happen? How is it that it's all me doing it? Well, we're going to get you out of victim mode and say, no. We can't do that anymore. We've got to work together, team. Hey, it's a month of 2. We're going to work together, team, or I'm going to find a team, and I have to start delegating so that I can focus on what I need to focus on and be a hero, because I'm in a year of 8, everyone, and that is an 8 where I should be financially rewarded, or I should be recognized in the workplace. Whew! Okay, 8s. Wow. That's fun, though. That's exciting. Let's move on to 8s who are looking for a job. Now, all of these words that I am saying in the business segment can reflect to those who are thinking of leaving a job, for those who are looking for a job whilst they have a job, for those who have just left a job, or for those who are looking for a job. But I've broken it down into 2 major themes. This one now, as I turn over the first card, is about those 8s looking for a job in the month of March 2020. And it looks to me, and I never get a chance to say this, 8s. There's nothing you could do wrong in the month of March for 2020. It's like you are the person that everyone is looking for, and something has occurred for you. Something has occurred for you that you're finally seeing your worth, or what you're good at, and you're figuring out how to hone in on that and how to get to the right position or get to the right people to make a connection, because pow, you make it happen. You're in this, again, this month of teamwork where you have figured it out and you can press the right buttons. You have the Knight of Wands coming into being. Now, the Knight of Wands, anything that's a knight means a situation coming in or a situation going out. And my Knight of Wands, the horse, and the soldier on the horse is coming towards you in the position. It's going to like knock you over, knock your socks out. What you have, the potential that you have to achieve this month of March. This was channeled through my head for me to say, I am begging all of you eights. I hesitated in saying that because that is certainly not the way that I speak, but that's what was channeled in my mind for those of you who need to hear it. I'm begging you eights to use this month, or use that dream that you had, or that friendship that you made, or that random connection or thought or instinct, and go for it in this month of 2020. Looks fantastic for you eights. All right, putting this away, eights, let's go to love. Let's talk about love, and let's talk about our eights who are trying to work with their spouses or loved ones in this month of 2. Now, 2 can mean making a commitment. It can mean breaking up. So let's take a look at what can we expect for our eights in this month of March 2020, if they already are in a relationship. And this is awesome because when I was shuffling, it seemed that a card caught my eye, and I thought, that looked good, but it didn't fall out or anything, but it just caught my eye. But I see here that you for those eights who have been going through a rough patch, and it looks like you've been going through a rough patch for a little while, or begin to go through a rough patch in the month of March, you are going to have another opportunity to rekindle the relationship. So if there's been an actual breakup, you are going to have a chance to rekindle that relationship. This is awesome. It's clear as a bell, eight, that in this month of 2 of March, you're going to have that teamwork to be able to get that relationship back on track, or get over a hurdle that has been going on in that relationship. I'm leaving it at that. And that applies again for anybody who has broken up. Now let's take a look, eights, for those of you who are looking for love. Okay? It's a great month to find someone. You're in the month of 2. You're having a great reading, eights, and I hope it continues for you. This looks like disappointment for you. Okay, eights. Somebody's yanking your chain. There's a situation, maybe it's just the universe yanking your chain. There's a situation in love where you're disappointed, but I want to suggest to you that you're not getting the whole story. You don't know the whole story. And it's a hurtful time for some of you out there. And either you don't know the whole story amongst people, or you don't know the whole story amongst the universe and what it has in store for you, because you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't have a situation. I don't know exactly what the meaning is that's being said, but I want to say that the miscommunication or the misinformation could be coming from any source, and you're misinterpreting it. I'm going to use a random example that you feel like you don't look as good as you used to. You got a bad haircut. You don't look as good as you used to. And you're misperceiving when people are saying, oh, you got a haircut. You're just thinking, oh my God, they all see it. They all see that it's too different, or it's this, or it's that, or the other thing. You don't really know for sure what people are thinking and what they mean. And the suggestion of the cards are to try to get along with others this month and try to keep your thoughts to yourself, because you're not seeing the whole picture. You're not seeing the whole picture. So I know you're looking for love, and I know this reading is about looking for love, but I just feel like you're finding too many problems when you're looking for love, or you're talking to people who have a lot of baggage and they have this issue and they have that issue, and you're just like, well, wait a minute. Well, you're right, wait a minute. Just don't commit yet. Try to learn as much as you can about a given situation before you either drop it or before you either get more serious with it. Examine what's happening around you. And I'm sorry, eights, but that's the skinny. And so no, the upshot is no. I don't feel like this is the month for you to take off, with someone. No, I don't. I do think there's going to be people you're talking to, people you meet, people you hear about, people who check you out and look at you. And it's not just a random person on the street. It might be somebody that you're like, oh my gosh, I see them every Friday at such and such, They were really looking at me. I just feel like take your time this month. Take your time working with others and trying to understand what they really want and where they're coming from. Take your time. Eights, we're moving on to the last segment. And what I will ask you to do is come up with a very specific question, the most specific question that you can. And it can be about work again. It can be about love again. You might want to ask about a friend's situation. You can ask about health. You can ask about work. I said work. You can ask about relocation. Anything that you want, you can ask about. So let me say, the more specific you are, the more specific you can tweak my answer to fit. And I see disappointment. Eights, I'm finding you coming from a place of disappointment and discontent. Now, I want to make a suggestion to you that does not mean that's a bad thing. Again, we're talking about perception with you this month, eights. And I feel like, again, you're a victim if you say you are. It's a bad situation if you say it is. But if you turn whatever it is around and change the wording and just try it. For example, if you just say to yourself, I'm happy all the time. Feel that. Even though you're miserable, feel that. Or maybe it's just a bad day. Feel that. I'm happy all the time. A little trick for you, eights, in this, and I don't want to get too gabby. I don't want to talk too much, eights, and turn you off. But I must remind you, eights, that the universe does not hear no. So if you say an affirmation like, I don't want to be sad anymore, I'm happy every day. The universe hears, oh, they don't want to be sad anymore. Oh, we'll make them sad because they like it. They don't hear no. Or I'm never sad. They'll go, oh, they like being sad. We'll make them sad. We have to phrase it as I'm happy all the time. I'm so grateful that I'm happy all the time. That is how the universe gives you what you want when you say it like it's already happened. That is getting you out of victim mode, eights. Okay, I do have a method to my madness and a point to where I'm going, but I don't want to turn you off with too much chatter. But that is the way it goes. And so we find you discontented, but this card, my Six of Cups, this woman has all these wonderful relationships and achievements that she's made in her life. Well, she's feeling a little blue today. She's feeling a little discouraged over a particular situation. And we have our Eight of Wands card, which is my power struggle. And do you know what, Eights? Just because you have someone struggling with you because they want to tell you what to do and they want to lead you and their way is the best, do you know that you have a choice? You don't have to follow. That's your two coming in. Your two's coming in the month of March. It's saying so. You don't have to follow, and you also don't have to have a fight about it. You can just simply say, no thanks, or don't return the phone call. Or just decide yourself, you know what? That doctor's not working for me, and I don't like their plan. I don't have to do it. I'm going to get a second opinion. Now, coming into being is your Two of Pentacles card, which means that somehow when you take a stand, a quiet stand for yourself, you land on your own 2 feet and you're very happy about it. And so you're in this month of two and you have this Two of Pentacles card, and Pentacles oftentimes means like tangible things like wealth. Let's throw in health. Why not? Tangible things, job, maybe a home if you're waiting for the outcome of a home and somebody just keeps driving it and driving it and driving it. You know, the sellers, they want this, they want that, they want this, they want that. And you say, nope, I can't. I really want to work with you, but I can't. I feel like you win. You win the battle. Now, you're moving parts around in your life, and every single thing that you do affects something else. So just because this house falls through and you say, she said that it was going to all work out if I stood my ground, it's a ripple effect that will help you down the road in the future to get another house you really want, and will help other people down the road get what they want. That's the way it works, Eights. Whether it's a quick turnaround for you or not. Eights, I hope I didn't confuse the tar out of you. I'm having a ball sitting here going into metaphysical chit-chat. But I really do. I hope that I haven't driven you crazy. I hope you have a wonderful month. If you'd like to know more about me or get in touch with me, ask me a question, make an appointment, hop onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you. But for now, that's all, Eights. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.